What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2-player Countercade from Arcade1up. So this 2-player bar top form factor from Arcade1up is fairly new. If you saw my review of the Marvel Superheroes version of this, you know that there's a lot of things that I liked and some things I didn't. Now, most of those good things are here. You got the lit marquee, you got the control panel that is actually a little bit roomier now because you get 2 buttons per player instead of 6. And of course, that gorgeous 8-inch screen is still here. It's bright, the colors are vibrant, so all that is great. And unfortunately, that's where the good stuff ends. So I purchased this from shophq.com for $199, which was $30 less than I paid for the Marvel Superheroes 2-player Countercade. And I thought that was a great price. That was the price that I thought that I should have paid. And that's really the price that these should all be. And while I was happy with the price, what I wasn't happy with was the game selection on this unit. Now, if you check out the ShopHQ website, they say that each one of these is going to come with 4 games, minus NBA Jam, it just has 3. This was supposed to include Turtles, Turtles in Time, Vendetta, and Crime Fighters. But what I actually got in the box was just Turtles and Turtles in Time. That's it. And of course, that's one of the downsides of buying something online is that, you really don't know what you're going to get. Now, if you would have seen this in the store, the packaging that this thing comes in is just as nice as the Marvel Superheroes version, but it does say very clearly on that box, you're just going to get 2 games. So, like I said, if I would have seen this in store, I wouldn't have made that mistake. So no, you're not going to get 4 games, you're just going to get the 2. The artwork, for the most part, is very similar to the 3/4 scale that Arcade1up put out just a few years ago, that 3rd generation version. So the 2-button layout works pretty good. You can see on the control deck, on the first player side, you have Michelangelo, Leonardo, and then on the 2-player side, you have Raphael and Donatello. And I thought that maybe the first player and second player would sort of be stuck with just those 2 character selections, but that's actually not the case. First player can select between all 4 turtles, so that's definitely a good thing. And the other thing I was really interested in was the use of the USB connector on the side of this control deck. Because for the Marvel Superheroes, it was just a way to either play first player or second player, but using a controller, a USB controller, instead of the joystick and buttons, which seemed a little weird for me, kind of an odd feature, something that I don't think I'm ever going to use. But I was hoping that with these 4-player ROMs, that was going to give us the ability to have a 3rd player or a 4th player. And sadly, that's just not the case. This functions exactly the same way as the Marvel version of this Countercade. The USB port on the side is just for the use of a controller for either player 1 or player 2. It doesn't give you the ability to have a 3rd or 4th player, and that just sucks. To me, that is a huge missed opportunity for this cabinet. Now, under the hood, you get the same PCB, the same down-firing speaker. You still have that headphone jack over here on the side. The fact that you're only getting 2 games with this has to be some weird licensing agreement with Nickelodeon. And it's odd that no matter what you do, when you get a Ninja Turtles product from Arcade1up, the only configuration you're ever going to get is Turtles and Turtles in Time, whether it's the 3rd Gen 4-player or the 2-player Countercade, or that new Turtles in Time cabinet that's coming out later this year. I thought one of the big selling points of the Marvel version was the inclusion of the Punisher ROM, which was only available in one other cabinet. And the games list that came on that Marvel Countercade was only available in that Countercade. You'd have to buy multiple cabinets just to get that same games list. They really should have added different games to this. It should have been 4 like the Marvel Superheroes. And if you're talking about value for your money, remember, you're getting less I/O, you're getting fewer buttons. You're getting fewer games. There's no other added additional features that distinguish this from any other 2-player Countercade. It's odd to me. You're really getting less for your money. So while the build quality and the artwork and all that is good, I just can't recommend this. Of course, my one caveat is if you don't have the original 3rd generation 4-player, if you don't plan on getting the Turtles in Time cabinet that's coming up this year because it's way too expensive, I think that would be the only reason why I would suggest anyone purchasing this. Now, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. You think this is worth $199? Would you pay $150 for this? Or is the fact that we just have 2 games and only 2 players on a 4-player ROM, is that just a complete deal breaker for you? Thanks for stopping by. Y'all have a blessed day, and I will see you next time.